Welcome back. Welcome back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, welcome back.
Comment and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Who's my theme music?
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. The best rivalry ever. Larry Bird was very, very cold. I have much respect for him. I hated him as a younger person, but that made the game better because he was there. And people today saying that he wouldn't play in the NBA today, that's crazy. Because Larry Bird played in a much physical time. Much physical. And Larry Bird was a noise talker. He talked noise because he was confident that he was better than you. He talked trash and backed it up. He talked it and he walked it. So, for all you out there that probably young because he didn't watch what I watched, you say this crazy stuff, but it's not true. I watch and I know. Players today not physical and they do not reach their potential. Players in the old days, they reach their potential. They played hard every night. They didn't take games off. They played all the time. No resting or complaining about back-to-backs. They played. That's what they did. They did what they was asked. You get paid $1 million to do a job. You want to take time off? No. If you take time off, you shouldn't get paid. Then let's say how many games people miss then. Because if you didn't get paid, I guarantee that these players would play.
If I told you Larry Bird was the coldest white boy on the planet, he'd tell opponents the exact move he was about to pull on them and still bust their ass. He may not have been able to jump, but he knew exactly how to hurt your feelings. When a young Reggie Miller tried to distract Larry at the foul line, Larry told him he was the best fucking shooter in the league in a pair of goggles. The ultimate disrespect. He once scored 27 out of 47 points with his left hand because he was bored. When Craig Hodges won the three-point contest without Larry competing, reporters asked if the victory was tainted. Craig responded, saying Larry knows where to find me, to which Larry replied, at the end of the Bulls bench, he's ruthless. Next year, he greeted the other three-point contestants by asking who's going to finish in second, and embodied the competition in his warm-ups, unheard of. Before a Christmas game against the Pacers, Larry told Chuck Person he had a present for him. Later, Bird released a three, turned to Person, and wished him a Merry fucking Christmas. Just before the ball hit the bottom of the net, who knew the Grinch had unlimited range? He once hit a game winner that was called off because his coach called timeout, so he simply did it again. Safe to say the hick from French Lick had that dog.
When I first met him, I said, all right, I'm gonna see this dude, this white cat can really go like he's saying,
because the verdict is
right?
always out on white boys that can hoop. With all due respect, it's always out.
It's respect. This ain't nothing bad. So I said, let me see what he can do.
But Larry had something that most white boys don't have. Just say that. Just keep it real.
Man,
Larry was different now. Larry was different now.
He had a little bit of nigger.
Yeah, he was different now. He was different now. Larry was different now.
That boy, he can play, man. He turned it out. We played on a team in college in a tournament together. This is the first time I ever sat on the bench. Him and I were on the bench. And we were like, the guys in front of us wasn't better than us, but Kentucky head coach was coaching the team, so he started 3 guys from Kentucky. So we said, okay. But when we got in the game, we turned it out. But I saw this dude eat Jack Givens up. He was player of the year that year.
Kentucky, right?
Yeah, from Kentucky. And Larry Bird was just slicing and dicing him. And I said, oh, I called home. I said, it's true about this boy. I was calling everybody, this dude can play.
Yeah.
And so that was my first time seeing him, and then to be out on the court with him in college for that national championship game, and then, of course, what happened in the NBA. But I would say that we got a chance to change the league.
Yep.
You know what? What a blessing it was. He ended up in Boston. And then I end up out here. My personality was LA, Hollywood. His personality was Boston.
Right.
And it worked for the whole league.
Yeah, y'all being disrespectful. I said, what are we doing? He says, y'all got a white guy trying to guard me. I remember one time we were playing the Celtics, talking to Larry, who was amazing. So it's my team at this point. The Doc and Moses are gone. And Larry says, Chuck, can I talk to you a second? I said, sure, what's up, LB? He says, yo, man, y'all being disrespectful to me. I said, Larry, I would never let one of my players be disrespectful. He's like, yeah, y'all being disrespectful. I said, what are we doing? He says, y'all got a white guy trying to guard me. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? He's like, and there's only 2 guys said that to me, him and Michael.
Yeah.
Michael says to me one game, he said, yo, man, y'all, I'm just offended out here. I said, what you offended by? Y'all got a white guy trying to guard me. Larry and Michael are the only 2 guys. And you gotta laugh.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you gotta laugh.
Because it's the setup, too.
Yeah,
you get hook, line, and sinker. What's happening out here?
Hey, man, don't put a white guy on me. That's just fucking disrespectful. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Have you guys heard the story, the Bird story? They come out of the huddle, 1 second left, down by 1. Dennis Johnson is going to be inbounding it, okay? Play gets written up by the coach, and it's going to Danny Ainge. So DJ, Dennis Johnson, is like, okay, I got to get the ball to Ainge. DJ's a rookie, I think, right? The ball's got to go to Danny Ainge, That's what it is. They break the huddle. Bird goes, okay, let's do this. Everybody breaks. As they're walking onto the floor, Bird walks up to DJ, goes, just get me the ball. And DJ goes, what? He goes, just get me the ball, right? So DJ's a rookie, right? He's about to defy his coach in a last-second shot situation. It's like, what the do I do? Gets the ball inbounded, gets to the Bird. Bird hits a game-winning shot. Done. Danny Ainge is furious. And it's like, that's Bird. That's Bird. That dude.
The Bird is dope. I was alive for Bird. I saw Bird, but number 2 behind Jordan.
I remember sitting on the bench watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout. And one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench. And he said, 3-pointer. From right over here. So I'm sitting over there looking like, that Babe Ruth. Calling your shot already, right? Yeah. So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something. And he hit a 3. Oh, can you believe that? And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this is going to be a
brought up Larry Bird. He said that if Bird was playing today, he'd be playing in Europe.
If Larry Bird played in this era, I think he'd be in Europe.
You know, I respect Dennis. He's a good dude, but that's delusional. Larry Bird could play in any era and do the same thing he did in our era. Today's players could not handle him, period.
J.J. Redick made some comments also about Bird. He said he isn't a top 5 shooter, and he also didn't have the physicality that you have today, and you responded to that.
He's stupid. It's a stupid comment because Larry Bird played in the most physical era ever. To say that he wouldn't be able to play in this league because this league too physical, like what league you watching? Physicality is gone. It's not like it was back then, and it's nobody's fault. It's just times change. And for J.J. Redick to say stuff like this, the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. For me, I'm like this, you know, like you guys speak your opinion, I'm gonna speak my opinion.
Queer.
Bye, Felicia.
Be the best you can be. Love your family, love your friends. Spread love, not violence, not this virus. As always, Peace.